Or else what, precisely? Or else they can go back to Edmonton on Sunday and win again in a building where, after the Oilers' losses in Games 3 and 4, the biggest crisis was bathroom-based. It seems arena officials there decided to temporarily change two women's restrooms into men's restrooms to help relieve I couldn't resist long lines for male fans. This inconvenienced the team's female fans, who were then left stranded in extended lines, meaning the Oilers players, as the games were on, weren't the only ones in the building squirming under a certain mounting internal pressure. Yet, the Ducks continue to advance the notion that having a potentially series-shipping Game 5 at Honda Center was a good thing, despite this series coming from a pair of broken homes. The way we look at it, would we rather be playing in our building or their building? Coach Randy Carlyle explained to reporters after the Ducks' morning skate Friday. You answer the question. For the record, none of us did answer the question, mostly because none of us had a clue what the answer was. I'm pretty certain Carlyle meant that the Ducks, like all NHL players, logically would rather play in their own building. At this point, though, I'm not sure why. Entering Friday, the home teams during these Stanley Cup playoffs were 4 games below .500, the 27-31 record representing a winning percentage more than 10 points lower than the historical average. In the Western Conference, the home teams had won just 11 of 27 games. The Ducks' own 4-0 road record, a major contributor to statistics as seemingly gap-filled as most NHL smiles. It's about going out and playing and executing, Ducks captain Ryan Getzlaf said. The better team is going to win. It doesn't really matter what building you're in. These Ducks, unfortunately and sadly enough, know this entirely too well. Each of their past 4 postseasons has ended with them losing Game 7 at home. The regular season's worth of hard and good work ultimately meaning nothing. Now, they've just one game away from hosting another Game 7. As of now, the date Wednesday here against Edmonton is only if necessary. However, if this series does reach that point, Ducks fans might instead be wondering, is this really necessary? You feel better in your building, obviously, a little more comfortable, Getzlaf said, but if you look back on history, there's no rhythm or reason on whether you win or lose. That is the tradition in the NHL, where playoff games typically are wound tight and drenched in emotion, a combination that overrides any edge that might come from the venue. So often, these games appear to go from the home team trying to frantically make something big happen to after just a single bad break or horrific bounce trying to frantically prevent something bad from happening. There is a difference there, and it isn't subtle, unlike the fleeting moments of puck luck that can determine so many outcomes when every game seems to be a one-possession game. Fans will give you a big energy boost, of course, Ducks defenseman Cam Fowler said, but you still have to go out and execute. You have to play with the same desperation, the same mentality that you would